So if you're anything like me, you've probably been playing Elden Ring a lot in the last month, and, well, I'm addicted. Like, I can't put this game down. I have been trying to. I've beaten the game almost 4 times. And that's because it's just so fun and so full of things to do, but it's also because it's frustrating. And I figured, why not make the game more frustrating? Recently I beat the game on a bow-only playthrough, and that was so bad it made me cry at the end. So today we're going to do something worse. The challenge today is to beat the game without ever drinking a potion. Of any kind. Ever. Now, that doesn't mean I can't heal, that just means healing is going to be a lot more difficult. I've been brainstorming this for a while. There's a lot of items and a lot of special equipment I could use to regain health, but that doesn't mean that I'm not going to have my fair share of difficulty. So I hopped into the character creator and I chose the Confessor class because they're going to have some early faith and access to a heal spell while being a little bit more robust than the Prophet class. I made my character aged, malnourished, and turned all the sliders down except for head size because, well, it makes me look fucking hideous. And we all know that ugly character equals better video. So when I loaded in, I took off all of my gear as fast as I could, and I made my way to the first boss, very eager to get a taste of, defeat. Give it up, tarnished, you dog shit. Gideon was right. I was going to need to get a lot stronger before I could take on anything in the game. So, when I was in the Stranded Graveyard, I went to go get a particular talisman that gave me a little bit of an early boost. If you didn't know, right here, when you start the game, you can use a Stone Sword key and make your way through this dungeon and a little hidden drop-down to get the Erd Tree Talisman, which is going to give me some health, stamina, and equipment load. Very much appreciated. After a few failed attempts, I finally made it all the way down, scooped up my Erd Tree Talisman, and narrowly dodged death by this grafted scion, just so I could die to the Banished Knight instead. But hey, we got it. But now the real adventure begins. I made my way up to Limgrave, did a cinematic walkout through the front doors, and prepared myself to talk to Veri.
Oh yes. Tarnished, are we? Come to the lands between for the Elden Ring? Of course you have. No shame in it. Unfortunately for you, however, you are maidenless.
That's mighty disrespectful, Veri. But I'm not strong enough yet to kill you. So I'll be back. Watch it. Now, the next thing to do on my list was to fight the Tree Sentinel, which, if you've never played the game, he's one of the first bosses that you have the option to fight, and in this clip I'd already died to him a few times. But that wasn't going to be a problem. And then I beat the stupid fucking horse. I did. I have his halberd to prove it. I got so mad I did it off camera. But I didn't use potions. I promise. Now, did I need to kill the Tree Sentinel? No. Does he give me an item that I need? No. Was it a matter of pride? Yes. So I went to Calais and bought a crafting book and did a little bit of selling before going to kick some Stormcloak ass and do a little bit of planning on how I'm going to get the items I need to complete this playthrough. Because, like I mentioned at the beginning, this doesn't mean I can't heal myself. It just means I have to heal myself in alternative ways. Now, there are a few items in the game that allow me to do this, and the first one that I have my eyes on is the Blessed Dew Talisman. This is going to give me passive health regen, and along with the Icon Shield, I'm going to be able to regain health steadily over the course of a fight, so bosses won't be impossible. Or at least so I think. But before I get ahead of myself, I will need a second talisman slot to equip the Blessed Dew, and I'll need 22 strength to use the Icon Shield, which I have a clever workaround for. First, let's go grab the Blessed Dew Talisman and get it out of the way. I need to go down here to the Weeping Peninsula and take this trap chest, which is actually just a bit of a free teleport for me. Make my way up the stairs and past this giant, open the chest, and there it is. There was just one small problem now, and that was that I softlocked myself at this location. You see, when you take a trap chest, you can't fast travel again until you rest at a site of grace. And I kept respawning at this one, so I had to find a way to beat the giant. Luckily, I found a pretty good pattern, and I was able to beat the boss after about 10 or so tries.
Just gotta soft lock him. Soft lock him like you soft locked us.
We got it! Holy shit! That was a nightmare. So, when everything was said and done, I went to go use the teleporter that was previously unavailable to me. Time to get at it. Wait, I'm still soft-locked. Wait, I'm still soft-locked! Wait. I was never soft-locked. I just did that for nothing! Okay. So it turns out I'm a bit of an idiot. No big deal. We got to kill a mini-boss along the way. But now it was time to find a way to equip that Blessed Dew Talisman. And the only way that was possible is if I killed the first boss of the game, Margaret the Fellowman. Now, Margaret is a boss that's given me a lot of trouble on a lot of other runs, so I thought this one would be no different, and I was going to need all the help that I could get. I stopped by Rodrika, got the Spirit Jellyfish Ash, stopped by and talked to Ronnie to get the bell, and summoned Sorcerer Roger so that we could have a good team going into this. Now, I'd love to lie to you and say that it was hard, but here is the full unedited fight to prove that I beat this on my first try, which I'm kind of proud of. Like I said, I have played this game a lot in the recent months, and I have fought Margaret more than I'd like to admit. So I had a bit of experience going in, but first timing it was a bit of a crazy thing for me to do, especially in a run like this. It felt really good, and it's making me feel good about the next bosses to come. You can see that when things get a little dicey, that heal spell that the Confessor class comes with is super, super nice to have on hand. So, the jellyfish summon poisons bosses if it's allowed to live long enough, and I'm kind of just biding my time here, letting it bait it out, but in these final strikes, you know I had to get greedy and go for it. Nice. The only thing left to do for today's episode is to get this Site of Grace, talk to Melina, and go to the Round Table Hold, which is the main hub for the game and a really nice thing to have. It's going to let me equip and upgrade some weapons, apply some Ashes of War, and of course, this is when I equip the Blessed Dew Talisman. Sweet, sweet victory. But I think that's a good stopping point for today. Next episode, we're going to go to Stormvale Castle and really take a crack at Godric the Crafted. Peace.